Why does this always happen? Why do guys always want to take from me and not respect me for who I am? I hate this. The invitation is to turn to the Lord, to face Him in that pain, and that He is the one who will heal us. He is the one that will give me the freedom to live my life going forward, living in freedom with my whole life, including my sexuality. I want to give you 2 resources if you want to write these down or text them to yourself. This would be something you can share with your friends who might need it. There's a website called theporneffect.com, theporneffect.com, and there's another website, an app called R Tribe, like R, right? R Tribe, sign language, right? So it's an app. It's information, but it's an app that can help us work to, like, if this is the path of freedom and holiness, like, I want my life to conform to that. And I hate anything that's going to take me away from that. That's the point of my homily tonight, is the Lord desires my happiness. And the Lord is not mad at me or disappointed in me for falling into pornography or anything. The Lord is not disappointed in me. The Lord is mad at the lie that this is how we treat people. That the Lord is with me. The Lord does battle for me. The Lord wants to get in the face of anything that would take away from my happiness. That the Lord would stand in the gap and say, I'll take the blow. That the Lord is not, that's not a sign of what my sin has done to the Lord. That is a sign of how my Lord wants to stand in the breach and take the blow so that I can be free to move towards happiness. That's what that means. And anytime I doubt that, anytime I feel like I'm the problem, anytime I feel like I'm not worth it, that the invitation is to turn to the cross, to see Christ there freely, loving me, giving Himself to me, showing me the path to happiness. That if I too can embrace my cross and turn to Him and share that with Him, that it opens up the way to eternal happiness. Not just happiness in heaven, but happiness here. There's a student that was sharing with me that she's like, I'm tired. I'm tired of every guy I date or want to be in a relationship with that just wants my body. And it's actually become known in her college on campus that this is a girl that will not sleep with you. And it's actually kept guys from like dating her. And she's like, good. But there's pain in that. There's nights when it's like, if I would just compromise myself, I wouldn't have to be alone tonight. But then she remembers that she is loved, that she is not alone, and she actually has peace. Because she said, if I compromise myself just to have a few minutes of relief, I couldn't live with myself. That shame, no. And she reminds herself it's not worth it. And she turns to the cross in that moment. And she finds not just a happiness when she stands on her wedding day, but she finds a happiness even now to be like, yes, yes, yes. That's the invitation. It's real stuff. That the Lord stands right there with us. He says, I made you for happiness. And I don't want anything to take that away from you. And so our invitation tonight and every night is to turn back to Him. That whenever that temptation comes to compromise, to give it, the third example Jesus gives is talking about telling the truth. Telling the truth is hard because I stand there and I say, when we were kids, it'd be like, I lied to my parents. Maybe we still do, or my roommates, I lied to them. And we hate the idea of standing there saying, the dishes were mine. But then you did it. Whatever the thing is. Anyways, the answer is the same. Like, what am I afraid of? And the more I can embrace the cross now, the more I can do what's difficult and align my life with what God has revealed as a better way, the happier I'm going to be. And it's not easy. Like that example with that girl, or every time we have to make the decision, my boyfriend wants me to come over and just watch a movie tonight. My girlfriend is texting me that she wants me to stop by. That every time we stand in that breach and say, it's not worth it. I know where that's going to go, and it's not going to lead me to feeling happy tomorrow. That every time we stand there, the Lord is right there with us saying, this is the better way. You're not alone. And as we get up the next day and feel better about ourselves when we go forward, that the thing about the Lord is He's always waiting for us. That even if I do make a lot of bad decisions, it doesn't matter. That even if I do feel that shame and that pain that comes with making that wrong decision, that every moment becomes a new moment to turn to the Lord. And His heart never changes. His heart, which is eternally open, which is eternally good, like the father of the prodigal son who stands there watching with a smile, waiting for us to come home. That this moment now becomes the new moment where I turn to Him and say, Lord, I'm tired of eating out of pig troughs. I want to come share in the banquet you have prepared for me. And the Father just embraces us and says, it's okay. You've never stopped being my son, my daughter. Come, let me show you the better way.